So good afternoon, all of you. Today, 16 February 2021, and we are meeting for our optional history subject, and we almost finish our 50% syllabus of modern world history. Now, there are few important sections which are there with respect to world history. World history is a paper 2, and with respect to world history, they normally do not ask very different questions or very difficult questions. And if you are attending questions related to world history, then it is important with respect to scoring. So in last lecture, we discussed modern political system, that is origin of modern political system, or in your syllabus copy, they have mentioned origin of modern politics. Okay, origin of modern politics. So in that origin of modern politics, we have discussed that how, like, what was the nature of this modern political system. Okay, so in that, just I am revising in 5 minutes. So in that, we discussed that there was a beginning of the direct rule. Okay, so the most important thing was that from the 15th century onward, European monarchs increasingly imposed their direct rule on their subjects and concentrated all powers in their hands. So here आपण सगळे discuss केलेलं आहे की right from the 15th century onwards, there were European monarchs, means European kings, and instead like they started concentrating power into their own hands. Okay, and they deprived feudal lords, those who are zamindars, okay, those who are the like influential personalities in the society, okay, those who are maintaining their estates, okay, those who are maintaining their armies. So here what happened, these monarchs, they started taking entire power, they started concentrating entire power into their hands. Okay, and so they deprived feudal lords and appointed officers. They appointed officers, royal officers, or nobles who were directly responsible only to the monarch. Okay, so जो राजा था उस राजा के ऊपर ही ये लोग जो थे ऑफिसर्स, जो थे रॉयल ऑफिसर्स, वो डिपेंडेंट थे, और जो फ्यूडल लॉर्ड थे उनको उसने उनके जो पावर्स थे उससे डिप्राइव कर लिया और एक डायरेक्ट प्रशासन की नींव रखी 15th century onwards Europe. Okay, this development took place in the Europe, and we can see that this is emergence of a modern kind of bureaucracy. Okay, so this was a kind of bureaucracy, new bureaucracy. Okay, then we discuss this bureaucracy also. Okay, what was the role of this bureaucracy? This bureaucracy, it was on the payment basis. Like today, you people are appearing for competitive examinations, and sooner or later you will become IS officer, IPS officers, IRS officers. Okay, so you are bureaucrats. Okay, you will come into that bureaucratic fold, and what will happen? Once you enter into bureaucracy, so there is no favorism. We in UPSC exams also, we are having a paper of ethics. Okay, and in that ethics paper, these things are avoided. That we should not adopt the policy of favorism. Okay, nobody is your father, nobody is your brother, nobody is your sister, nobody is your in relation, nobody is from your caste, community, race, religion, etc., etc. Okay, so bhai bhatijawad jo hai, that is not actually, that is not there as per the ethics. Okay, as per the bureaucratic ethics. Okay, you are responsible for the rules. Okay, you are responsible for the copy of constitution. Okay, you are responsible for the hierarchical system. Okay, your boss, and your only aim is to establish a welfare state. Okay, so this is what the bureaucracy is. Okay, so this 15th century onward, we can see that there is a development in the bureaucratic structure, And bureaucratic structure means there is an emergence of the bureaucratic structure. Okay, so we can see there is an emergence of the bureaucratic structure after 15th century. Okay, and they were performing their duties on the payment basis. They were getting payments, and they were not like they were not following any kind of relations. Okay, then we can see that we can see that there was an organization of the military system, technological development of the modern weapon system. Okay, and these particular things were very much responsible for the establishment of rule of the monarch. Then we talk about nationalism also in last lecture. Nationalism, how this nationalism developed in the modern Europe. So what was the concept of the nationalism? Rashtravaadaचा काय concept होता? राष्ट्रवाद की क्या concept थी? So Rashtravad, that is nationalism, it was a very unique thing where I belong to one nation. Okay, so this was a feeling. I do not belong to any race or religion or region. Rather, I belong to one nation. Okay, and that there was a similarity of the culture. So where there was a similarity of the culture, so there appeared a feeling of the nationalism, राष्ट्रवादाची feeling. Okay, भारतामध्ये राष्ट्रवादाची जी feeling आहे किंवा राष्ट्रवादाची जी concept आहे ती 19th century मध्ये develop झाली. Okay, that developed in the 19th century. Okay, but in the Europe we can see after 15th 16th century these particular concepts of the nationalism started developing. Then we discuss about international structure, new international structure. Okay, we discuss about this thing, that is will of the people, how the will of the people was gain importance in the democratic polity. Okay, and we also discuss about the emergence of political parties. Okay, so new institution which is called as political parties, that is also developed by the end of the 18th century and with the beginning of the 19th century. Okay, so political parties, earlier there were no as such political parties. With respect to India also, we can see that in the 19th century, in the beginning of the 19th century, we can see there is a emergence of the political parties in India. भारतामध्ये आपल्याला political partyची development दिसते, and in India we can see that these political parties developed by in 1836-37 landholder society or the zamindari organization, and further, but this political party was a regional party. It was only related to the zamindars, and this political party, it was it was only concerned with the Bengal. Okay, so one region specifically. But in 1885, we can see in India, there was the emergence of All India Level Political Party, which is Indian National Congress, INC. Okay, so all these things we discuss, and the most important thing, that is emergence of the political ideologies also. Okay, so even like today, we can see that there are so many ideologies with respect to the political parties. If you see ideologies of the political parties, then we can see that we say that this party is the leftist party. We used to say that the party is the rightist party. Okay, party is the centrist party. Okay, so political ideologies म्हणजे राजकारणामध्ये वेगवेगळे विचार प्रवाह उदयास आले. ठीक आहे. So all these things we developed in our last lecture. Now write down new topic, that is means associated with that chapter only, origin of the modern politics. In that, write down British democratic politics. British democratic politics 1815 to 1850. Okay, British democratic politics 1815 to 1850. British democratic politics. Okay, so Now this topic is important. Okay, so let me use So I will give you structure with respect to this British democratic politics, 1815 to 1850. Now, what was this British democratic politics? काय होतं हे? याच्यामध्ये लक्षात घ्या की what was the background? Okay, what was the background? So, since it is mentioned that it is a British democratic politics, so it was related to Britain. First and the foremost thing is that it was related to Britain. Okay, so what was the background of this development of British democratic politics? Okay, now we need to consider or we need to talk about 18th century Britain. ठीक आहे, 18th century Britain. आपण काय बघणार आहोत त्याच्यामध्ये की what actually happened in the 18th century Britain. Okay, so 18th century Britain मध्ये काय झालं मी फक्त पॉइंट वाइज मी सांगेल. सो 18th century Britain, what happened? Expansion of population. Okay, expansion of expansion of population. Okay, comma, agriculture production. You can note down this, huh? You need to note down this: agriculture production, trade and commerce, okay. So most important thing, that is expansion of population, agriculture, and then trade and commerce. And because of this, okay, now what was the impact of this? Because of this, there was a sustained economic growth. Okay, sustained economic growth. Okay, which gave sustained economic growth, gave birth to new social and political forces. Okay, so new social and political forces in the country. Okay, so these things, that is population, agriculture, and trade and commerce. Because of that, there was a sustain means long term. Okay, sustain means which is what you can say shashwat vikas झाला but म्हणतो sustainability. Okay, where economic growth, and because of this sustained economic growth, there is a emergence of new social and political forces. Okay, new social, samajik, आणि rajkiya, new social and political forces in the country. Okay, so this is first important point, right? Then there is another point. Okay, so this is first thing. which we need to taken into consideration, what happened actually and what was the background. Okay, so the background was development in the population, development in the agriculture, development in the trade, commerce. And whenever we see this kind of development, so naturally this kind of development give emergence to new social order. Naveen samajik vyavasthela ती जन्म देत असते. So the same thing happened in the Britain. Okay, that is new social order. Then the second thing, that is England. Okay, Scotland. Scotland, Wales. Okay, Wales. Okay, so these are three important peripheries in that Great Britain region. So England, Scotland, Wales, that were rapidly urbanized. Okay. Okay, rapidly urbanized, and again it gave birth to new social order, which was dominated by middle and working classes. Okay, middle and working classes. Okay, middle class and the working classes in place of old clergy. Okay, clergy means what? Clergy means what?
Landlords.
No.
Feudal lords. Feudal lords.
No. Clergy means religious.
Padri.
Religious masters, religious teachers, clergy, padri, dharmaguru. Okay. Okay, so in the areas like England, Scotland, Wales, there was urbanization, rapid urbanization, which gave birth to new social order. And this new social order was earlier, like this social order was earlier dominated by the clergy, but now it got dominated by the middle class and the working classes. Okay, in place of the old clergy. Okay. In place of old clergy, comma, landlords. जे आधीच्या सोसायटीमध्ये कोण कोण होते डॉमिनेट देणारे क्लेरिजी होते, दॅट इज पाद्री म्हणजे धर्मगुरू. देन लँडलॉर्ड्स अँड ऍग्रिकल्चरल वर्कर्स, कृषीचे काम करणारे लोक. Okay. Most importantly, third important point, growth of, next important point. Okay, we can say third. Growth of informed public opinion. Okay, growth of informed public opinion. Okay, public opinion, that is important. Okay, inform public opinion. Then growth of newspapers. Okay, rise of associations, and pressure groups. Pressure groups. Okay. Now, what was the use of these pressure groups? Okay, so there was a growth of informed public opinion. म्हणजे लोकांचं ओपिनियन जे होतं त्याला इम्पॉर्टन्स मिळालं. ओके, न्यूजपेपर्सची वाढ झाली, असोसिएशन संघटना आणि दबावगट प्रेशर ग्रुप्स. ओके, दबावगट त्यांचे ते जास्त मोठ्या प्रमाणात निर्माण झाले. देन व्हॉट वी कॅन से की दीज पर्टिक्युलर प्रेशर ग्रुप्स, ओके, दीज प्रेशर ग्रुप दबावगट काय काय करत होते? they were working for the public causes. And what were the public causes? Public causes were electoral reform. Okay, electoral reform. Public causes means what was the issues of the public? So electoral reforms, निवडणुकीच्या संदर्भात. Okay, fiscal discipline, आर्थिक. Okay, fiscal discipline. Then another priorities of the public groups. Another priorities of the public groups were abolition of slavery. गुलामीची प्रथा नष्ट करणे. And free trade. Okay, etc. Okay. So now, because of this, what was the impact? Okay, because of this, what was the impact? The last decade of 18th century, the last decade of 18th century marked by major protest. Okay, मोठे मोठे प्रोटेस्ट झाले, निदर्शनं झाली against undue means unnecessary, monarchical means राजेशाही. Influence in the working of the parliament. Okay, so these pressure groups, they took issues like abolition of the slavery, free trade, okay, and earlier issues, okay, issues like electoral reform, okay, fiscal discipline, etc., etc. And by the end of the 18th century, in the last decade of the 18th century, we can see that there were so many protests against undue means unnecessary,
मोनार्कियल इन्फ्लुएंस, मोनार्कियल मतलब जो राजा था उस राजा का जो भी इन्फ्लुएंस था पार्लियामेंट्री स्ट्रक्चर में, ओके, सो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट there was a protest, okay, monarchical influence in the working of the parliament, okay, against undue monarchical influence in the working of the parliament, and also against, ये थोड़ा सा extra लिया, and also against violation of individual liberty, and also against violation of individual liberty by the government, violation of individual liberty by the government. Okay. Now, put in here. Next, this thing. Now, we can say fourth important point. First, we discuss about how this population and agriculture production and all these things increase. Okay, then how the new social structure dominated by the middle class and the working classes emerged. Okay, then we discuss about how these newspapers, public opinion, pressure group increase, okay, and how these were responsible for minimizing the influence of the monarchies, okay, monarchy. Now we need to look into back the tradition, philosophical tradition of the Britain. So if you see the philosophical tradition of the Britain, okay, we can see that there was a liberal thought. Okay, there was a tradition of liberal thought in Britain. Okay, so Britain had a tradition of liberal thought. Liberal thought, okay. Through the philosophies of John Locke. Okay, so Britain मध्ये already liberal thought होते. जॉन लॉक एक फिलॉसॉफर होता. त्यांनी काही फिलॉसॉफीज आधीच्या काळामध्ये एक्सपाउंड केल्या होत्या, ओके, प्रमोट केलेल्या होत्या. And this John Locke, he developed a theory of state and state's responsibility to safeguard persons and property. Okay, so this was a theory of John Locke. Okay, so there was already one theory or one tradition in the Britain through the philosophy of the John Locke that state is bound to safeguard persons and property. Persons and property. Okay. Okay, so now this was a tradition, that is already there was a tradition that state is bound to safeguard persons and property. व्यक्ती आणि व्यक्तीची संपत्ती याचं प्रोटेक्शन करण्यासाठी स्टेट रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे अशी जॉन लॉकची थिअरी होती. आता 18th century मध्ये काय झालं, व्हॉट हॅपन in this entire 18th century, this was related to the right of the person. Now again we can see that the new development took place. Okay, new development. In addition to that, there was a new development ओके, सो व्हॉट वॉज द न्यू डेव्हलपमेंट? सो न्यू डेव्हलपमेंट मध्ये काय होतं? फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस, okay, then protection against arbitrary arrest. Okay, protection against arbitrary arrest. Okay, so we can see that the issues of the civil rights that were raised in the British politics. Okay, so this is related to issues of civic rights raised in British politics. Okay, and we can see there is a formation of Society for the Defense of Bill of Rights in 1769. You can continue further. Eventually, eventually there is a formation of Society for the Defense of Bill of Rights in 1769 and Society for Constitutional Information. Society for Constitutional Information in 1780.
Sir, repeat.
Eventually, there is a formation of Society for the Defense of Bill of Rights in 1769 and the Society for Constitutional Information in 1780. In 1780, gave organized shape to such struggles. Society for the Defense of Bill of Rights in 1769 and the Society for Constitutional Information in 1780 gave organized shape to such struggles. Okay. So, काय काय आपण सांगितलं याच्यामध्ये? हा, सांगा काय काय आपण पॉइंट्स डिस्कस केले आता विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द ओरिजिन ऑफ ब्रिटिश मॉडर्न डेमोक्रेटिक पॉलिटिक्स? काय काय लिहिले तुम्ही? सांगा पॉइंट्स. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, सेकंड पॉइंट, थर्ड पॉइंट. देन वी आर मूविंग फर्दर आफ्टर रीडिंग दीज पॉइंट्स. सांगा, वाचा एक एक जण. हॅलो
Sir, expansion of population, agriculture production, trade and commerce. First point. त्यानंतर sustained economic growth gave birth to new social and political forces.
आवाज आहे तुझा? आवाज. हॅलो
हॅलो सर, आता येतोय?
हा.
Expansion of population, agriculture production, trade and commerce. First point. त्यानंतर sustained economic growth gave birth to
नहीं
new
तुझा आवाज
social...
नहीं येते व्यवस्थित. हेलो रोशन, पढ़ो. रोशन, तुम्हारा आवाज आता है क्लियर. रोशन पढ़ो क्या क्या लिखा है स्टार्टिंग से.
Sir, expenses of populations. Sir,
हाँ बोलो बोलो बोलते जाओ.
Sir, expenses of populations, agriculture productions, trade and commerce. Second, sustainable economic growth and new social political spheres. And England, Scotland, Wales, they were rapidly urbanized. It was a give birth middle and working classes in place of the old clergy, landlord, agriculture. A third, growth of the information public opinion, growth of newspaper and rise of associations and press groups. Electoral reforms, physical disciplines, fiscal discipline, and abolitions of the salvation trade and free trade, etc. Or impact, उसके impact क्या बढ़ रहे थे? First, last decade, 18th century, marked by major protest against unnecessary or monarchical invasion, and also against violence against government. And the British had a traditional of liberal thought. John Locke was a philosopher who thought state is the power to safeguard persons and property, and freedom press, protection against arbitrary arrest, and there was the issue of the civic right and politicals. Eventually, there were society informed, uh, society constitutions informed 70-80 give organized safe to such struggle.
ठीक है चलो मतलब लिखा तुम लोगों ने ठीक है मतलब okay so with respect to British democratic politics what happened in the British democratic politics so this was the background and then there are other things also okay so there are few more points just note it down okay just note it down British state responded these demands. British state responded these demands in diverse ways. British state responded to these demands in diverse ways. Stop. Some economic and administrative reforms. Were accepted. British state responded to these different demands in diverse ways. So whatever the demands raised, so that were addressed by the British government in a different manner. Okay. Some economic and administrative reforms were accepted. आर्थिक आणि प्रशासकीय सुधारणा ज्या आहेत तर त्या एक्सेप्ट करण्यात आल्या. Accepted to accommodate to accommodate the aspirations of rising middle classes. Okay, write down next. After 1820, a band of new ministers including Canning, Huskisson, 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 and Robert Peel,
Robert Peel, P-E-E-L, Robert Peel, started a series of reforms. In state finances, tariffs, police, and courts, Full stop. The Whig government, W-H-I-G, the Whig government of Lord Grey, G-R-E-Y, Grey, and Lord Russell, R-U-S-S-E-L, Lord Russell, brought further. The Whig government of Lord Grey and Lord Russell brought further constitutional and administrative changes. During the 1830s. Full stop.
Sir, constitutional and
administrative changes during the 1830s. Full stop. These reforms played an important role. In orienting Britain. These reforms played an important role in orienting Britain towards a modern economy. And administration. Okay. So this was the background of British democratic politics. And British democratic politics is a topic where we need to study the developments from 1815 to 1850 and even afterwards also. Okay. Now write down next topic. Okay, in the same title, that is origin of modern political system. Okay, so in the same title there is another topic, that is Reform Act of 1832. Reform Act of 1832. Okay, so keep in mind overall with respect to British democratic politics background मध्ये एक लक्षात घ्या की there was a development in with respect to newspapers, pressure groups. Okay, then we can say that there was a philosophy, okay, ideologies, then new ideologies, then new demands, new social order, and with respect to that we can see that the rights of the people that gain more importance. Okay, rights of the people that gain more importance, and further in the 19th century we can see that tremendous changes introduced in the British society, okay, or in the British political system. Now the next point of discussion is Reform Act of 1832. Reform Act of 1832. Okay.